Ibadan, as it is today, the size, landmark alone, is about 25,000 plus square meter. While the whole southeast region, there are 5 states today, they are about 33,000 square meter. In terms of population, we have what it takes to be a state. One local government in Ibadan City, sir, Mr. Speaker, is bigger than 3 local governments in Bayelsa State. That's the fact. In terms of,
Order, please. Order, member.
No. Am I protected, Mr.
Order,
Speaker?
please.
Point of order, Mr.
Am I protected, Mr. Speaker?
Point of order.
Point of order,
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order.
Am I protected, Mr. Speaker?
You have said that is your local government that is the biggest in all of Nigeria.
Okay. Mr. Speaker.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order. This is wrong. This is absurd.
Mr. Speaker.
You can't say that.
Mr. Speaker, me to have
You can't say that. It's wrong.
retrieve
Nothing withdraw.
Okay, Honorable Abbas, there is a point of order.
Listen,
Honorable Abbas, there is a point of order.
listen. I'm trying to correct my statement.
Correct
Listen to me.
yourself.
Am I protected,
That is
Mr.
wrong.
Speaker?
Can you say that? Can you say that?
Point of order.
Honorable Abbas. Honorable Abbas.
We are seeking for Speaker, our reverse Speaker, my respected colleagues. Ofoji Abonsis Boboku is my name. Represented Yenegwa Kolokmo Pokuma Federal Constituency by the special grace of God and from Bayelsa State. Bayelsa is one of the largest in terms of land mass in the federation. They both the water and the upland, whether you like it or not. These are bitter truth. For the young man here reducing for the honorable member, Mr. Speaker, I see.
Hello, everyone. So you've seen that video, right? The way that video is, whether it's correct, it's not correct. Ibadan is quite big, but there are some of the things that I just want to point out just looking at that video. And I did a tweet when I saw that video, and I said, look, being a National Assembly member is much more than just winning an election. You need to understand the art of negotiation. You need to understand, how to relate with people. You must have people skills. Because I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, first of all, you're not going to rile people up. You're not going to make people angry. You're not going to make people be on the defensive. So this comparison, honestly, I don't think it is supposed to be. Even whether it is, let's even keep aside the issue whether it is factual or it is not factual. Because what you want, especially when it comes to election, anything that people are going to make a choice vote, it's all about emotions. And you don't want anybody to have an emotion about what you want to do or about you or something. When negative emotion, rather, you don't want anyone to have negative emotion when it comes to about you doing something. So the best thing, stay off those kind of things. You could have made that point clearer in a way without actually even, using people, using certain states, especially a state a region that already is marginalized. In terms of, if you even look at it in that way, there are 6 regions in Nigeria. You have the southeast, southwest, south-south. You have the northeast, northwest, north central, and every state, except for 2, have 6 states in each of them. Southeast and northwest are the 2 states that don't have 6 states. Southeast has 5 states, whilst northwest has 7 states. So it's as if they took 1 state from the northeast, from the southeast, and gave it to the northwest. And then you're making this comparison as what you're implying, and then what the person you're making this comparison about is going to hear is you saying something like, so if the southeast are not even supposed to be a state, or all of them, they're not supposed to even have 5 states. We are bigger than them, so they shouldn't. That kind of a thing. That's the kind of message the person I carry, but you might not. That might not be the message that you're passing. When it comes to communication, they say it doesn't matter what your intent was in the message. It is how the person at the end heard it. That's the communication that has been passed. So I would have expected, this whole conversation to have gone in a much different way from the one that he has done. And most importantly, also, this is happening in the House of Representatives. They're going to vote. There are lawmakers from 15. Okay, now you see what has happened. And not only has he done his bid, he has now added Bayelsa to it. So you have lawmakers that are going to come from the whole of the Southeast region. You have lawmakers from Bayelsa. With the statement that you've made now, they are more or less against this bill that you are trying to pass, because you're trying to convince the people. You're not trying to put that in. But interestingly, there are some of the comments that are coming out from here. I'm going to read out some of the comments. And one of the good things about this, before I go on, if the reason why this guy made this statement was to garner attention, I mean, if he hadn't made that statement, nobody will know that anybody is asking for any Ibadan state, right? So if it's to garner attention and let it be, he has succeeded very well in doing that. But on the long run, what is going to be the effect of that on when it comes to passing his bill? Because that should be the most important focus. Then for me, everything like this, it's always an opportunity to learn. There are so many things that one can learn in this kind of setting. There is someone here called Confidential on X. He said, I'd agree to this. Ibadan is massive in land area, one of the largest cities in West Africa. It's true that some local governments, they cover more land than entire small state. But in terms of population and development, that comparison can get tricky. Size not always means progress, meaning that size does not always equate, to progress. That is what he said. And then interestingly, you did hear the Bayelsa lawmaker that stood up that said, look, Bayelsa is actually the biggest state in terms of mass, the biggest state in Nigeria, because most of what people look at only is the land mass. They forget the sea mass, the ocean mass, the water mass, that it's much more than just land. And actually, when you're looking at the territory of Nigeria, it's not just the land alone, it also includes our territorial waters. So we have our own territorial waters, and those are part of the state. So at the end of the day, it's not really the small state like a lot of people will say. Someone said, I don't know why they are tackling the man for saying the truth. And then he did an AI overview that said the largest city in West Africa by land area is Ibadan, Nigeria, spanning approximately 3,080 square meters. It's also the capital of Oyo State. There was something else that someone said for me that sounded extremely instructive, and this is what he said. He said, that statement might sound exaggerated, but it exposes real issue, the imbalance in Nigeria's state structure. Population, landmass, and economic weight aren't reflected in how states and local governments are carved. Maybe it's time we redefine boundaries based on data, not politics. And I think this is something that is very instructive that we'll take out of this conversation. Let's look at Nigeria. Is it really balanced? Are some states having some sort of advantage more than others? Some, you see one small state, maybe they are getting so much more, then another one are getting almost the same thing, but they are, instead of them maybe being separated into two or three, they are just into one getting that small thing that another one is disproportionately getting. Thank you so much for watching anyways. Bye.